My Friend Nokotan, episode 2. It's more hilarity. It's more funnies. It's more funnies, and I am here for the more funnies. So, with the second episode of My Friend Nokotan, right? We see Koshi. She invested in all of this nice stuff for the club. And she's decided. We see her that she's decided. Even though she said she didn't want to join originally, she's super excited. Club burns down. They don't know why. Nokotan is cowering in the corner, only to find out that the person that's been harassing her this entire time was, oh my god, what was her name? Anko. I think it was Anko. Because there's Koshi and there's Anko. And Anko, basically, is saying, hey, listen, for me, right? It's like, I want to let you know that this is my sister and I love her a lot. She has a sister complex. There's no better way to explain it, honestly. She just has a sister complex. That's literally the best way that I can explain it. Anko, Koshi's little sister, has a sister complex. And she sees that Nokotan has been hanging out with Koshi a lot, which is why she hasn't been coming home. And I think it's only been a day. And so she's just been straight up trying to kill Nokotan, which is very funny. And so in order to settle this, they have a duel. They have a duel, which I thought was going to be... So, I'm kind of this is the one thing that made me kind of disappointed with the episode. Because what I thought it was going to be was I thought that Nokotan and Anko were going to fight. And that they were going to go and have this battle where it was Anko's fighting with knives, using her antlers. This was shonen brain. This is shonen brainwash to the goddamn max. Because I thought this was going to be like a fight, and they were just gonna either make a lot of references to other stuff, or if they were gonna be insane. But it ended up just being like a game show type style, which that teacher has way too much free time on her hands. I get she wants to support her students in her endeavors of what she wants to do. But that teacher's got way too much time on her hands, and she needs to fix that, because she's got way too many. Jesus Christ, I got hella close to the camera there. She's got way too much time. She's got way too much time on her hands, because she built this whole damn stat. I'm with Koshi on that one, where this shit must have been expensive. You're a teacher, you don't make that much. What the fuck is going on? Where are you getting this money? What are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? And so the game show is basically, hey, let's embarrass Koshi and share all the most embarrassing secrets that we can of her. And it's stuff like what type of bra she wears, and what does she do. And we don't even get a chance to finish the entire question. They just answer immediately, and it just goes on for forever. This is the point where it's just bit's getting a bit stale here. It wasn't super bad because they mixed it in with the students and being the students who are watching it and all that stuff. And so through all that we get to the final question, and even with the final question, Anko's sitting there. It's just you're cheating. There's no way you can know my sister as best as I have. And so she just says fuck it to the whole game and just activates her traps of knives, which everyone thinks that Nokotan is going to die from because they're all flying knives. And she just John Wicks it. She's just dodging it like it's nothing. And Anko's just getting more and more mad. And Koshi is completely done. Completely done by this point, because she's sitting there and she's just all my shit's been exposed. I don't care. I keep getting embarrassed this entire time. Everyone's knowing everything about me. Nokotan doesn't care. Anko doesn't care about my privacy. My teacher doesn't care about my privacy. No one cares about my privacy. So I'm just gonna go home, because now they're fighting, and the whole game was worthless. This whole game was just stupid and worthless. And so when she slips on a letter from the board, because Anko basically destroys the stage, she almost nicks her sister, and Nokotan jumps in the way to protect Koshi. And this is one of my favorite scenes, because I was wondering where it was going. Thinking about it, the bit probably wasn't super delivered, but I still find it funny. I still find the bit funny. I still find the bit funny, and even then, in the moment, I laughed so goddamn hard, because I was this is so over the top. So Koshi is about to get hit for a knife. Nokotan blocks it. Nokotan pretends like she's dying, where it's like, hey, I feel really cold, or like, oh, my eyes are getting heavy. And so you see Koshi just selling this, like, don't die on me, I want you here. And we see two dear angels swoop down, bite Nokotan's, like, antlers, and pull up her soul as she's being flying to what I assume is dear heaven, and being greeted by dear God or dear Jesus. It wasn't like no one had a beard, so I couldn't tell if it was God or Jesus. But like a dear Christian deity being, a God-like dear being, where she was just like, oh yeah, like it's time for me to go, right? And instead of letting her through the pearly gates and being like, oh yeah, let me through the gates, please, he just kicks the fuck out of her in her face, and then she just falls back and is alive. Like, it's not much, but it was a weirdly funny bit. It was a weirdly funny bit, and I enjoyed it a shit ton. I enjoyed it a goddamn shit ton. Eventually, at the end of the episode, though, Anko was like, you protected my sister, and I am truly grateful for that. I apologize. And Nokotan's like, no, I apologize. I'm so sorry that I got between you and your sister. I could tell you really care about her, and that makes me happy. And so they just have like a thing of just like, oh, hold on, verify. They're making me verify. They're making me verify on TikTok to continue. That is insane. All right, Jesus fucking TikTok. You got so many weird things to hop through for some goddamn reason. But yeah, like, he just sits there, it's just like, oh, well, yeah, this is some old bullshit. Cause like everyone, and they have like a enemies become friends type moment, and like, what would be like those, like a high school typical meme where you see like, everyone's cheering, there's confetti, they're shaking hands, and Koshi's just like, I have had no idea what has gone on this entire time. And now you guys are friends. Why? How did we get here? I don't think this was as good as the first episode. Like, I think I still gave it a high rating. I don't remember what rating I gave this though. Where are you? Oh yeah, no. Honestly, it was just more of just like, it was like a little bit less. Like, it wasn't too much different in terms of like humor quality. I think just the game show bit probably just went out a bit too long. But like, not enough for me to be like, it ruined the joke. It was more of just like, when I was done, it was like a little done. Like, it could have ended like a few minutes later, and it's like, okay, alright. Or like condense it more down a little bit. Make it fit a little better. But other than that, like, the deer goat stuff was funny. It seems like Anko hasn't joined the club, but I assume by the next episode she will have joined the club, or at least be around, because it's like, well, no, we're friends, but I still want to be around my sister, so I'm going to join the club. And Nokotan, I know Nokotan is not going to have she's not going to have any problem with Anko joining if they're going to be friends. But yeah, I like both. I think this is the first time in this so far we've seen buff Nokotan. I like buff Nokotan. I hope we get more buff Nokotan, because that would make me happy. Buff Nokotan was fun. Buff Nokotan was fun to watch. She was fun to watch. I would like more of Buff Nokotan. But honestly, yeah, this episode was funny. It made me laugh. I didn't laugh as much as the first episode, but I definitely laughed. So I'd probably put this one at like a 9 out of 10. Definitely a bit less.